Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch some Wish for Mercury. It's the final episode, and we're all excited, and so are our commenters. Let's see what everybody has to say. Lee Hongjun says, Ghoul and Lada fight ends differently than what I was expecting. I thought Lada got kills similar to Galio and Graham, where they were seemingly dead but survive appear in the next season, wearing a mask, but turns out no, it did not went there. This series really makes me surprised a bunch of times. So they are referring, of course, to Gundam 00, where precisely this ends up happening. Lots of people die, and then, of course, they come back in masks, or it's their cousin, or something like
Well,
that.
and Iron Blooded Orphans.
Hmm.
That's Galio from Iron Blooded Orphans and Graham,
Hmm.
or Graham. I don't know. it's written
Ah,
there
right, right, right.
in Mr. Bushido in Double O.
Yeah, yeah. So it happens frequently enough, but I think the theory has been going around that this is just the end of the story, so there's not really going to be any time for that at all.
I don't know. Would only be able to find out after we're done recording, because
I
whatever that announcement stream was that the voice actors were going to and do stuff with,
Mhm.
that would be a huge spoiler. I'm sure there's a bunch of spoilers would be in there, so no idea what happened there.
Absolutely.
If there
Mhm.
was a reveal for a season 3, I don't know.
I'm trying to imagine a story where in the next 20 minutes, somebody dies suddenly, goes and gets healed up, put into a mask, put into a brand new suit, and then goes back out again. That would be absolutely the most
So the common episode of
speed run story possible.
a very middle of the road episode of Stargate. Then
Oh, there you go. Just put him in the gold resurrection chamber. Let's go. Stargate Gundam, they could have done it. They could have done it.
sorry, you make me think of Heroic Age, and my confusion there lies in that there's a Gundam series called Gundam Age. So different
Mhm.
things. I would say Heroic Age is closer to a Stargate Gundam than anything I can think of at the moment.
Hell yeah, put it on the list. Up next, our commentator Giles Phoenix says, Not gonna lie, the whole talk about the tomatoes reminds me of the Killer Tomato anime from the 90s. What I hope is that they show us why they call Caliburn the monster. Uh, unless Suletta snaps, giving the surviving bits and gun nodes and attack the laser and goes full crazy destroying it. That Gundam would have been just hype for nothing. Also, that thing Ghoul does with the swords, could it be foreshadow? Like they might have to do that to Soletta to break the permit cycle. Uh, I do remember there was a Killer Tomato anime or maybe a
There was a
movie.
cartoon. Well, there's multiple Killer Tomato movies. There was a Killer Tomato cartoon. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
I that would be quite the twist here for this to go to the Killer Tomato route. But let's
Maybe
see.
that's what the
So
monkey virus was from the very first season episode that never got. That's a loose thread that I'm still waiting to.
it'll come back, rest assured. So when it says what Ghoul does with the swords and is foreshadowing, do you remember what that scene is?
Yeah, Ghoul hugs him and he crushes the control unit of the Schwartz.
Ah,
Says,
okay.
"Don't ever pilot a Gundam again."
And they might have to do that to Suletta to break the permit cycle. Oh, I guess this is also in the theoretical. Suletta goes crazy in the Caliburn and goes crazy and shows why it's a monster. That that could be funny. If she just completely wrought with grief and anger and just starts striking out at everyone. I don't know if that's the way the story's gonna go. She's made a lot of progress. That seems like a backslide. Yeah, never too
It
late.
wouldn't be a backslide because she was never into that. That's not. She was
Mhm.
never. She wasn't like the uncontrollable kid that finally got taken up off the streets and went to school and started
Mhm,
turning her
mhm.
life around. That wasn't. We've never met that Suletta. That's not a backslide. That's a slide forwards into something else.
Right, not a backslide, it's a stumbling into the ravine. Mary, however, says, did you guys notice that Master Elin seems unpleasant about Peel and Sal's plans of backstabbing the Venerate group? When Eri looks at Quiet Zero, saying why is it stopping her permit or power, people theorize that Norette, Mjorn's mother, is Quiet Zero herself. Why does Prospera's red permit look like a sun? Man, they really made you glad that Earth House took Felsi with them. I find it funny how Ghoul decided to dye his hair pink. Young Ghoul and Lada, heart. Fun fact, they show us concept art of young Ghoul and Lada in some special Gundam program before Core 2 premiere. We might have a polyamorous relationship between Suletta, Mjorn, and Ghoul, but I don't know if that would happen. Someone who isn't already died, sorry Eri, gonna die in the next episode. 100% on that. Someone will die this episode. That is my bet. I'm going for it. Death's happening. What do you got to say about all that, Theta?
This is another instance of I selected a comment of which a number of my THETA'S thoughts has already revolved around without realizing it.
All right. Well, I definitely have a lot to think about all of this, because things like Neoret still alive in Quiet Zero a la Ares absolutely hilarious. But Theta, since it's gonna wrap into all of your thoughts, how about we go ahead and do a segment of our show called Theta's Thoughts? Theta, what are your thoughts?
Alright, first up, we have a video here about... Sorry, I've already forgotten. About the holding hand scene by the voice actors themselves and how... Well, let's just
one
watch.
of the radio broadcasts.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. 3, 2, 1, go.
ねえ、なんかこう手を差し伸べてくれたじゃないスレッタが。
はい。
でその12話かシーズン1の最後の時は
Yep,
血に
parallels.
まみれた手だったからそこを使
Which I think I mentioned last
だ
time.
けど今回はちゃんとこう手を取り合ってしっかりとこう
ね
キュッてキュッてやって
その手のつかみ方がまた
そう
良かったですよね。
なんかいい感じの
なんか
キュだっ
一回のキュじゃなくなんかこう
じわじわとね
触れ合いつつギュッみたいな。
ちゃんとお互いのなんか
This is the handhold of not wanting to get any
な
closer.
んか
もうね直に触れて、なんか温度感を感じつつ、
うん
お互いの存在をね。いや
The word opponent was
細
set me
かい
off.
って思いましたよね。
なんかそこはすごく丁寧に書いてくださってる感じがして
Mjorn gets into the
シーンにな
Gundam.
りましたね。
本当ですね。
うん
よかった。ここの
そう
二人の
なんか意外とボロボロミオリネが可愛いっていう声をちらほら見かけましたよ。
ボサボサですごい意外でしたけど、
そうそう
やっぱそのくらいね気持ちが削られていたんだなっていう風に心情もね分かるような髪型でした。まあなんかああいう一面もなんかすごいいいなって思います
ね、なんかね、そうそう。まあここからね、
うん
今度二人はもう本当になんかがっちり絆でつながってるという感じがするので、
しっかり固まった感じが
残りの話数もこのまま駆け抜けてってほしいっすよね。
では
Always super cute.
Yeah. I thought it was poignant, and it's like I had no real commentary for it, but it did support the previous episode's picture that I had.
Right. We have our parallel rejecting her and then spending most of the season rejecting her and now finally fully being back together.
Yep. Alright, next up we have a little bit of a teasing about the end of the show from the voice actors.
All right, let's go ahead and see what they say. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
来週終わっちゃうんですってついに。
終わるかな、あと1話で。
いやあとねもう1年くらいは
ね
続けときたいなーっていう。
Like us, they want more
いろいろ
seasons.
まだこう解決すべき問題が
うん
山積みですから。
山の済みなので、
うん
やっぱそこで24まで解決しているのかっていうところもありますし。
The monkey virus gets resolved.
ね
ね
えねえっていうね感じでまあついに終わっちゃうんですけれどもね。
Oh, that part's
とりあえず
untranslated.
皆さんは見ていただいて、
うん
そこで推薦
No, it's just long. There it is.
ね味わっていただい
Oh, okay.
とにかく
ね
とにかくご覧ください。
とにかく見てください、っていう感じでございます。はい、ありがとうございました。
Tune in and see if it actually solves everything in the last 12 seconds.
I was joking about before, where it seems like, again, just a joke, that one of them knows there's going to be another series and the other one doesn't, as though one of them dies and then the other one doesn't and gets called back for more voice acting.
Well, if you got a contract that says that you're on for another season, well, you kind of know.
Right, but you wouldn't be able to say anything, is what I'm saying.
Alright, so is it Suletta or Bjorn?
I was saying it was just a joke. Alright, next up is a comparison of all of the openings for season 2. Well, not all of them. The last half of... Well, I guess technically... Sorry, the way they're numbered, 13 through 14, there is no season 2 for episode 13. We've all just decided to name the episodes like they were still one whole season. But
it's still the 15th or 23rd episode made and shown, so there you go.
But yeah.
Let's go ahead and see what the differences are. Are you ready?
Got it.
3, 2, 1, go. Like, obviously, they're immediately darker the further along they go. Yeah, some more aerial shots as she became more relevant in the
Little Quiet
last
Zero
couple
shots
episodes.
on the bottom too.
Yeah. Master Elin not rubbed out from the start. He's gonna live.
The hardest spot the differences game we've ever played.
But where's Waldo?
Oh, helmet. There's a helmet in one of them.
Yeah, I was wondering. Oh yeah, Ghoul's turn change.
And the fight changes.
I do love how they're still timed together perfectly despite the changes. It's good. Alright.
So yeah. Hold on. Episode 13 and 14 was the same as was 15 and 17, except everyone's favorite space Oomphy was obscured. Obscured, rather. Well, they're like a cloud in 13 and 14, whereas 15 and 17 you see Aerie in the data storm.
Right, she's becoming more and more clear. She's the point of tension for everything, so it makes sense.
Yep. So there is that. Any comments on that?
I'm not sure it, like, tells us anything new. I guess if we were paying attention as we were watching, maybe if we caught on to that, we go, oh, wow, this is the important Aerie episode. But looking back, it just kind of all makes sense. It's labeling of what happened.
I think they're changed after the event has happened. So, you wouldn't be able to realize it by watching the opening.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Alright, first of the actual text comments. Who stopped Aerie? Tokyo 24th Ward Nearette inside Quiet Zero? Aerie says all this in concern of those that live inside the data storm, not indicating just herself. Could also mean the Coven, but maybe others too. When Aerie says, what a pity, she points to the pod with Mjorn and everyone else inside. We get a cutback of all the Gundam nodes flying towards it. In the pod, they say, we're surrounded, to which Aerie makes the threat that she won't hesitate either. She then does the candles point thing at the pod, and the storm weakens. Aerie asks, why do you interfere? Obviously talking to someone else. I believe this is proof that Nearette is in Quiet Zero the same way Eri is in Ariel, and she just protected her daughter.
Yeah, I mean that's a good spot. It definitely brings up the question: what other factor is here? And we only have one other answer right now. It has to be Norad, unless they suddenly go back and say it's like, oh yeah, all of Prospera's coworkers were last minute uploaded to the cloud, and now they're here, and they're all like, wait, what the hell's going on? You're killing kids?
Except that they're not, because we'll see them at the control panels.
Right. It's it would be a leap for that one. Norad makes way more sense, and she's been built up the last couple of episodes. Making a sudden appearance would be neat.
I guess it also answers the question, why didn't you try and save her or something? When Mjorn says to Delling constantly that Nearette wanted to be uploaded. Okay, some of these I just wrote haphazardly, so
Classic.
I really hope that they don't put Eri into a Haru.
They could have the whole time.
Yeah,
right?
They could have. Look, I also wrote this after I got through the whole Pokeball thing with OOF. That there's a person inside of a Haru already in one of these.
They've done it before, they'll do it again.
But it just, oh no, Ariel's been destroyed or damaged or whatever, but Eri's still around. We gotta put her in something. Quiet Zero's been shut down and hacked. Roji's here. Roji has a Haru. I'm surrounded by Harus in this hallway.
Eri becomes the emotional support Haru. Oh gosh.
Alright, I'm gonna send you an image.
Let's take a look.
There we go.
Keyboard.
Quiet Zero runs on Windows.
Oh, you're right.
Sorry, I just realized I didn't bring it up on the overlay. Here we go. There we go. Quiet Zero runs on Windows.
In the future, the artist still goes to Google and looks for a random page of what does code look like, copies and pastes it, and then puts it into their show. I don't blame any artist for doing that. Do not go get a computer science degree to make a single screen.
I mean, it doesn't matter what they did. It's in the show now. Microsoft's still a thing.
What are these other things here? Virtual parallel edge deployment. Oh gosh, they're using Microsoft Edge too. It is just the Microsoft future. We're doomed.
Which means that any hack that works on a Windows system probably still works here.
Oh, there you go. Load up XP in the background.
Alright, next up. Roji is the most unpredictable element of this entire thing. He's a shy introvert that never interacts with the main cast and hangs out with his housemate Cecilia in the dueling committee room all of the time. If he hadn't decided to completely randomly scan some tomatoes one day, Quiet Zero would have won.
You're absolutely right about that. But if he is such a blank slate, maybe instead of uploading Eri to a Haru, they uploaded it to him.
Because if he hadn't scanned those tomatoes, Bjorn wouldn't have had the whole how to log into the system thing, which wouldn't have meant that they couldn't have connected to it to shut it down, which means it would have kept going. We have no indication that the shields of a fully powered Quiet Zero couldn't have taken the solar-powered laser hit. So Quiet Zero would have just won if it wasn't for Roji and his weirdly timed tomato scan.
Right. With the laser, they specifically waited for all the defenses to be down. That Quiet Zero was off. So, Quiet Zero would have totally won.
Quiet Zero was off, and it was an organized aerial Gundam bit node thing that absorbed it. so a fully powered one might have still been able to have taken the hit. And so, shit, what was that? Fly over there. We're gonna take over that thing.
Now we get to see what the firing rate of that thing is.
Despite Prospera being waylaid by a shot, gotta remember that, I don't know how to say his name. Godai? Godi? I'm gonna go with.
Good question.
Is still on station, and he's been shown to be a killer on multiple occasions as well.
That's true. Technically, everyone there could still get shot.
Well, he killed people during the Plant Quita attack, and
Yeah.
he killed, what's her name? Joe.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Yeah, it's not over yet on the ship.
So, this has been Peel's plan from the start, given that they seem to have known the mechanizations of everyone else so far. In Season 1, they indicated knowing that Vim was building a Gundam that we didn't see until Season 2. They knew the presidential run was going to be pointless and kept their man out of the race completely. For them, everything has been leading up to this fight.
So I think to wrap back around to the comment from before, do you think Elon 5 has been completely in on this and is just still working for Peel but at a different angle?
Well, then let me just jump down to a separate comment that I also have. That comment.
I think that would probably be a little bit too much given his own emotional journey, unless all of that is a lie.
That was specifically pointed at Peel. I have a separate comment for Master Elon, so let me just read that one.
Go for it.
Master Elon doesn't seem pleased in the end, even before the laser fires. Thus far, he's been super prescient about knowing how everything should go. Possible that he knows this entire Peel ploy will fail.
Well, I suppose the thing is, if he knows it'll fail, then why is he not taking action? Or has he already taken action and those have all failed and it's just too late?
Because he doesn't take action. He's not an action taker.
He can still tell others to do new actions.
He's not in charge.
Fair, I suppose.
The CEOs are in charge, and the CEOs follow what the Peel AI thing tells them to do.
So is he really just a spoiled kid in this instance? He's just like, Mommy, I wanted full corporate control of the solar system. Where is it? Mommy, where is it?
No, we've already gone over what his scores on the AI testing were. He is literally the Ubermensch. The only thing he's not good at is Gundam piloting.
Yeah. I still feel like he still hasn't been fired, you know? He's still Chekhov's gun, he's still on the mantelpiece, nobody's taken him off the rack yet.
He's not a gun, I think is the point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm working within your metaphor. He is like... Your Chekhov's gun is an imitation gun. He's not a gun is the point. It's
just a red herring.
That the point would be you would take it off in the last act to fire it and then realize this trigger is just glued on. It's not real.
So yeah, that'd just be an outright red herring. It's like, look, we could have been doing something with him, psych.
He is in the... I can't even use the parlance of writing. He is a gravitational well in the story, and that shit revolves around him, but he doesn't do anything with it. He is the thing that things revolve around. He himself is not actually important.
There's a metaphor to save for later. A character so dense they suck in other plot points and they disappear.
Well, you gotta remember, like, Elon 4 and Elon 5 would not exist without him.
Yeah.
He is a figure piece of the Peel plot, but he doesn't need to do anything for their plot to exist.
Mm-hmm.
He is that gravitational well of all these things that wouldn't exist without him, but do not require him to do anything.
If I were being insulting, I'd say he's a piece of the scenery. But more accurately, I think like the Peel girls, he's just one of the muses for the story. He's not there to do the action like you're saying.
Counter to that.
He's there to comment on it with the rest of the Peel girls.
Contrary to that, the Peel... I'm never going to call... The Peel CEOs do stuff. Like, they called out Suletta in a big old conference that one time. They manipulate boardroom meetings and shit. They do stuff. They are not the gravity well that Master Elin is. They're moving around it, and they're more of a Chekhov's gun than Master Elin is, because sometimes their triggers get pulled.
Right, they exist as agents in the story too,
But they
also take a lot of background.
They still circle the same gravity well everyone else is.
What do you got next?
If it wasn't stated outright, Vim had Ghoul with his wife, then had an affair with a mistress who had Laudna. Not Laudna. Laudna is a drug. Lauda. And when both women found out, they left Vim, leaving him with the kids.
Yeah, sad little story.
Just adds on to the whole thing of Vim is a very interesting character.
Again, the whole family is cursed. Someone from outside the family had to stop another one from dying.
Kaneje is still in Quiet Zero somewhere. The man that killed Norea. If Prospera ever figured out who he was, and I think you said multiple times she had 21 years, she knows who he is. That's still a thing.
Oh yeah, if he comes around the corner, there's gonna be a fight. Someone will die. Probably Prospera.
Again, you're assuming that she knows who he is.
I think there's no reason she shouldn't. That's my perspective. But continue.
Seems like she had bigger plans. The code they first tried to shut down Quiet Zero, Quad Erat Demonstratum, better known as QED, means which has to be demonstrated, is used in proving the truth of the claim, right? Funny enough, there's a couple of scenes where Mjorn tries different codes, and there are literally split seconds. Like, I had to keep hitting play pause. Like, I could have gone slow mode, I guess, but literally, the moment the scene shows up, you see half of a second of something, and it goes immediately, error, incorrect code, or whatever. So, funny enough, Mjorn types it in all lowercase. Then Belmora, when she pushes her out of the way, capitalizes each word. That's the difference between their two entries. In case it's got kind of specific password entry.
I love it.
For a split second, when Prospera is talking after saying that she's changed the password, Mjorn also enters Quod Erit Facitum, which is that which has to be done. The justification of a construction. Then she asks if she ever cared about Suletta while entering in Quad Erit Absurdum.
Just taking guesses.
Yeah, I guess if you thought what one password is, that she would clearly just use the same format for every password. But you can kind of read into what's going into the scene if you just like pause in those split seconds and see what Mjorn has tried to enter in password-wise.
If you develop super speed sight, then yes, you too can get these references. But I definitely approve of QED as your beta password. Just like, yeah, we still gotta demo it, everybody. Let's see if it works.
Yeah, then you want QEF and then Absurdum.
Yeah, it's all ridiculous.
Once Mjorn did her thing and backdoored Quiet Zero, it was Ryoji, with the help of Ryoji, that contacted the outside to let them know a permit link had been established. And we see this massive room with a holographic Quiet Zero and all these nodes on it that they are about to hack. When the gang was in an elevator earlier in the episode, we saw that Quiet Zero has over 500 floors, at least filled with control nodes. It's probably more given the size thing that we did last time. It's just that we saw the elevator thing, and it goes like 327 up to like 500 and something. And there's obviously, you could scroll, but we didn't.
Right.
I just don't
because
remember.
We surface areas and stuff too, so.
I just don't remember the setup to this hacking plan. Did I miss that, or is this Burrigan House's plan and why Cecilia bargained for sending Roji along?
It's hard to say. I think the specifics of their plan weren't necessarily super spelled out, and that's okay. This is a tool that makes sense for an organization to have, a field of hackers ready to go for warfare purposes.
But
Okay, I believe it.
What if that room is just a Burrigan House people, and the reason to send Roji along? We don't know who he contacted to tell the permit link was secure. Maybe he contacted Burrigan House, and this is their plan all along to shut it down.
It would be absolutely hilarious.
Well, Burrigan House is the one house we know basically nothing about the entire season. They have 2 members on the dueling committee. No one else has 2 members on the dueling committee.
Just the shadow hackers in the background. It's like, yeah, we're a small company, so that people stop paying attention to us and we can do our thing.
Yeah, what if their plan is to take Quiet Zero?
If they, at the last minute, are the finale villain, I'll be very surprised.
We don't know. Just pitching shit out there. That could be the lead into a season 3. Quiet Zero is still out there.
More.
Where did Quiet Zero go?
It activated warp speed. It's gone.
Another reason I don't think Aerie is dead is Prospera's permit link mark on her head. It seems to activate when she has a connection to Aerie, and it seems like that's why the helmet was there, to hide the mark. Well, the mark is still glowing red at the last scene of the episode. Not even fading like some sort of Inception-level ruse, which to throw you off track.
Right. Is Prospera gonna pull out the top and start spinning it? Let's find out. If it is just Aerie is in her head from now on,
No, it's not she's in her head, it's just that's her connection.
Right, okay.
The representative permit link, like anytime somebody does something.
Maybe we get like a full 5-minute teary scene of Prospera trying to finally say goodbye to Aerie. Yeah, no, that'll probably bring me to tears today. So, next thought.
That was the final thought.
There you go, final thoughts. We got them all out there. We got a lot to expect, and I guess let's just briefly go over what happened last time, just so that we're all on the same page. In unrelenting tenderness, Suletta faces Eric, but is slowly being overwhelmed while Earthhouse is intercepted by the latter's drones. However, Quiet Zero then momentarily shuts down, seemingly having a will of its own, allowing the team to board the battle station. Meanwhile, Goel refuses to fight Lotta and allows his mobile suit to get stabbed in atonement for his father's death, shocking the latter back to his senses. Fortunately, Halsey intervenes and prevents the Ghoul's mobile suit from exploding. Elsewhere, Delling calls for emergency session with the Space Assembly League, but they ignore the request and prepare to fire the ILTS, an interplanetary super laser, to destroy both Quiet Zero and the Bennett Group headquarters. Back with Earthhouse, Prospera intercepts them, but is disarmed by Elin while Mjorn uses a back door into Quiet Zero systems left by her mother to shut down the superweapon. However, despite Delling once again requesting them to stand down, the League uses this opportunity to fire the ILTS. Acting quickly to protect her family, Eric uses the aerial and Quiet Zero's drones to block the shot, but leaves the Gundam severely damaged. And that is where we left off. So I think, as we've been guessing, maybe she's okay. Just broken up.
Well, as I always say, these recaps are written by people with probably as much or less information than we do.
Right. As they are seeing the same things as we are seeing them. So let's see if we can see some more. Are you ready? Or do you got any final thoughts? Alright then. Before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra. There we go. First real drop of Prospera is cool.
Yeah, you start powered down. You can fully attack now.
It is not deemed to be so off as it appears to be.
She is the key, remember? God, I wish I had stopped saying shit right before the opening so I could just say it during the opening. She is the key, remember?
That is right. Alright, fun theory. Eri downloaded herself to the Caliburn at the very last second, and now she's in control. Or they're piloting together again.
I don't know. I don't think the Caliburn would have powered down if that was the case. Maybe,
Fair.
maybe Eri downloaded herself into Suletta.
Ooh.
Because you know, there was
that'll be
that whole thing about how can Suletta lift these multi-ton things of concrete. Maybe the whole Suletta's a Tormentor thing. I don't know.
They both fused into a more complete being, Suletta getting her soul, I suppose. If we were like to read that as like a typical like copy clone story.
Well, no, I'm
right?
talking more along the lines of that Suletta is what was in the background of Carter Nabo's final moments scene. That she's all artificial on the inside. She would have a place that she could upload Eri into, or Eri could be downloaded into. So much conjecture, I feel like we have to talk over each other in these openings. Don't want to be talking when the episode starts, so gotta get it out there.
We got 30 seconds to get it all out, quick. What if Suletta's an alien? Oh, fight's over.
ひでえ。これなんだ。データストームによる情報熱学的エントロピー増大を確認。身体へのダメージ、危険レベルに達しています。
Too much permits.
痛いところはないか。
Yeah, I mean, it does kill you.
テレたちが今チェックしてる。ダメです、オキちゃん。行かなきゃ。エリクトが。
さっきのあれは多分惑星間レーザー送電システムの最大出力照射だから再起動には時間がかかるはずです。
だったらお茶を入れてくる。さっきのは何？
Time for tea.
The fortune teller.
あなた体。
おい、さっさとずらかろ。
全員動くな。
Right, what I say, dude's still around.
Yep.
僕もいるんだけど。ミオリネ代表、ここまでです。いいですね。作戦本部、これ以上の攻撃は逸脱行為だ。
フロント平和の理念に反したベネリットグループに弁明の余地はない。これは守護者となる議会連合の大義だよ。
エリクトさん、どうですか？
I just remembered I do add one more image set that I forgot to point out. Pointing out who this guy actually might be.
Also, I hope those two cartons of milk are enough to help Suletta.
俺たちだってエアリアル触ってきたんだぜ。僕はお前たちを許したわけじゃない。
I really like the Jet Turk spacesuit.
It's kind of cool, yeah.
はい。このまま直進する。はい。機械連合。こんな時に。
Here we go, time to destroy a bunch of mooks, let's go.
Who are you to tell me?
光無線通信。良いのですか？
交戦の命令は受けていない。あんなものに巻き込まれてたまるか。
Aren't you sitting in front of it?
本来はラグランジュ1の電力を賄うインフラフロントなんです。
軍事転用の噂は聞いていましたが、
もう一度言う。エアリアルを渡せ。でなければあなた方もここで命を落とすことになる。
言ったでしょ。スレッタはね、あんたのことが大好きなの。言われなくてもあいつは来るわ。
True. True enough.
Yeah, I like the sass of it.
スレッタ来たよ、お母さん。
I'm used to seeing that at the halfway point. It really threw me off.
スレッタ、ミオリネさん、ニカさん。
Ah, the Zoom call.
ありがとうスレッタ。持続コードを再統合すればエリーは目を覚ますわ。
よかった。
さ、エリーをクワイエットゼロにつないでちょうだい。
Shit. To save her, we gotta turn the thing back on.
Activate the Torment Nexus again. It won't happen again.
渡せない。
聞いてスレッタ。お母さんの体はもうすぐ動かなくなる。これでだましだましやってきたけど、足なんかはとっくにね。
データストーム汚染。
でもそんなことはどうでもいいの。エリーはガンドで紡ぐ世界と自由を手に入れる。そしてお互いがそれぞれの場所で幸せになるの。スレッタ、エリーを思うならあなたも進めるでしょ。
One last manipulation. Let's go.
違うよ、お母さん。
Yes.
私はお母さんも失いたくない。エリクトもお母さんを失うこときっと望んでない。
So what are you gonna do with that?
Activated herself.
やめなさいスレッタ。あなたには無理よ。
Yeah, you have to go 3 levels beyond what you can already handle to activate Quiet Zero. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That was Elon 4.
Hey, Elon 4. What up?
また困ってる。
Did Peel upload Quiet Zero? I mean, Elon 4, is that what they were doing?
どうして？
ここには強化人種のオルガノイドアーカイブが組み込まれているから、今はこの子と同じってことかな。
Ah, the others. We got Elon 1 to 4 here.
So Balmora hasn't been fully killing them, she's been uploading them.
君との決闘、後悔してないよ。僕の方こそ間違って。
That's cool, I like that.
いけなくてごめん。
いえ、
始めよう、スレッタ・マーキュリー。
Literally not the scene I was expecting. This is great.
Well, it puts that machine that they used to kill him within a whole different context. I really like it. Balmora thought she was killing people, but she was just uploading them.
Gun bits activated.
スレッタはおバカだね。自分で選べるのに、居場所があるのに。君はそれでもいいの？私、欲張りだから、お母さんともみんなともやりたいこといっぱいあるから。
Are we getting the happy ending?
I told you no one's supposed to die. Not in this story.
Great.
Look, if you're gonna defend Trans Am, you can't fucking bitch about this.
クワイエットゼロか。
いえ、攻撃目標は依然沈黙。
なんだと？
ミオリネさん、スレッター、クワイエットゼロがまた狙われています。皆さんここから逃げてください。お母さんも。
動くな。
Bitch, I told you my legs don't work.
連合の動機をなくせばいいんでしょう。ラグランジュ4および周辺中域内のすべての人、聞こえますか？ミオリネ先輩。私は
この声は何だ？
Oh, that's right. They sent their own mobile suits into the blast range, dude.
ベ
Yup.
ネリットグループは先ほどグループ解散と生産手続きの申請を行いました。
何？
弊社の資産は先のグラスレー社と同様地球側の企業へ売却もしくは合併を行う形で合意に至りました。解散？
I guess that would answer a lot of problems too, wouldn't it?
A couple.
Which must have been the whole talk between her and Shadiq.
Yeah, Shadiq's confession. There you go.
君にはかなわないな。あれは役立えすと。
Yeah, I mean, Sarius was willing to take the fall. Why not sell the company? Doesn't matter at that point.
ミオリネ、レンブラン。そんな私たちの資産は？綺麗さっぱり売り払われちゃってるね。
Our stock's already tanking. What do we do?
ヘッドハンティングってやつ？ペイルグレードの下じゃ買い殺しだからさ。じゃ。
He just say he got picked up by a different company.
Oh, there's a frame shot right there, though.
エネルギー最終点作業継続中です。
スレッタ、逃げろ。いえ、止めてみせます。
There we go, Suletta in charge. Let's go.
Oh, the Schwartz is back in motion now. That's cool too. More love. So they accomplished what Quiet Zero was meant to do anyway.
Yeah, we just 4 of them.
スコア8を超えるなんて。
Fucking everybody gets to live. I told you.
Oh my word.
I told you nobody dies.
Space heaven for cybernetic individuals.
あの子たちの元へ戻るんだ。
ここまでだよ。
He died in a Gundam, right? You're still fucking evil. I still think Carter Nabo is evil.
火炎だ。もう終わりにしていいだろう。
できない。私が私を許せない。何も先生を。
Come on, Prospero. One last shot. Let's go.
まで失ったら。
お母さんは偉いね。
スレッタが。
So wait, Suletta died?
みんなを呼んだのね。
エリクトのために。
Or she's just projecting right now, maybe.
If we don't see her physically again, I would interpret this as she died, doing everything.
お母さんの選択を私は肯定します。
あなたに何が？
お母さん。 僕はスレッタとこれからも一緒にいたい。お母さんとも。ごめんねエリ、スレッタ。
なんだこれ。
Good question.
Everything's made of permit. Literally, if you can control the makeup of permit, you can do anything now, it looks like. Spooky action at a distance.
And it's gone.
クワイエットゼロが
消えた。
Chris Delling's last goodbye to Noria. I mean, Norietta, I guess.
Mm-hmm. We didn't get to see her, though.
It's a tracking beacon.
The little toys were connected all along.
And it's a mirror at episode 1. Because Mjorn is now saving Suletta, who's actually stuck in space.
Yup.
Risky move, clashing helmets.
It's fine. You can't headbutt them to pieces. Movement.
ミオリネさん。
We do get the happy endings.
返事しなさいよ。バカ。
And big time skip.
Yeah, because Nika went to prison. Remember, she talked about this. Now she can go back to school.
資格試験どうだった？
おめでとうございます。
さすがはうちのエースメカニック。
学校と掛け持ちだな。頑張る。実は
ロジー、てめ勝手に仕様変えたらクソスペギーか。
その言い方
Turdish.
だけど。
なんだと。
場所くらい書いとけよな。
He's just backpacking.
Good, I saw it. Now I'm done.
ともかくクワイエットゼロはあんたの罪じゃないでしょ。
元より自分で決めてたからね。これからクイーンハーバーに。
ええ。
お互い償う海は大変だな。
後半の時間です。
Gosh, 3 years to get to trial, of course.
さようなら。
いいの？何が？素直じゃないね。うるさい。小獣度のアドバイスは尊重してほしいな。母親そっくりだわ、あんた。来週から株式会社ガンダムのテスターなんです。
Hey, cool. We have another prediction.
いつまでも兄さんに頼ってられないよ。
そうか。じゃあまたな。ケレスさん。 新規事業の話はありがたいが、
アスティカシアの存続も助けてやったろ。従業員の再就職だって面倒見てやったんだ。素直に聞いとけよ。
何が聞いとけよですか。
So he did come out ahead.
I'd like to start up the war profiteering again, you see.
立て直したいんですよね。ジェターク CEO。
They pointedly, he wasn't wearing earrings, so that was mastery of it.
Right, right.
あの時ばらまいたベネリットの資産も結局また宇宙に吸い上げられていく。一体何が正しかったんだろうな。
人の数だけ正しいがあるもの、いつか必ずどこかで間違うのよ。それでもできることをするの、この先も。
Somebody please throw a paper airplane.
Who's in the wheelchair there?
Oh, there's just kids and people. Or nobody.
こっちにも学校を作るの？はい。体も少しずつ動くようになってきましたし、お母さんも。
Oh, it's Prospera.
Shit, man, I didn't recognize with the white hair.
こんな田舎のどこがいいのかよくわかんないな。あんたの存在の方がもっとわかんないんだけど。僕だってわかんない。
Oh, it's even worse than a Haru.
あの時僕たちをエアリアルから移し替えたのはスレッタ。間違いなく君だよ。あれはスレッタにしか。
She got sub-Haru'd.
I think the only thing I would have wanted is for those little toys to be like squeezable beforehand. It just says like "I love you" or something. Demonstrate that they were not just plastic.
God, I feel like I've been watching for 5 hours and it was just 24 minutes.
Oh gosh, no. Like, even though everyone got the happy ending, we still got literally all the tears. Literally all of them. We got Suletta dying, Prospera reuniting with Eri. It was,
Yeah, so technically I guess I was right. She died there in the moment, but was resuscitated?
I guess so.
I feel like anyone that showed up as a projection was dead in that moment.
Yeah, so dying and coming back, maybe.
So yeah, anybody who got scanned or, you know, interacted with the permit link in the Gundam devices was in the data storm, apparently.
Yeah.
As it explains in the Deem, played Wendy, a character you don't even remember but you saw this episode.
Gosh, but how does it make sense though? I don't know. Sophie just died like randomly around Astasia.
No, she died literally to Eri in the data storm.
Oh, right. But then, no, that's all I gotta say. This is where it concludes.
Destroying anybody's hopes of another news thing.
Look, we were talking before that there were a bunch of loose ends and stuff that they could go on to do, but they went ahead and just said, and 3 years later they're solved. No more seasons, we're done.
I know, it's sad. I mean, I could...
It's always had to reach the end of something very good.
I was going to say, I'm no good at reaching the end. Even stories and books that I read. It's like, oh, I didn't want this to end.
Oh, yeah. There's always that, like, malaise at the end. It's just like, wow, I can't get more. I can't really go back and get more of that, huh? It's just it.
Well, I know this probably can get attributed to recency bias, but my number one Gundam show.
Oh, absolutely. Like, this, it's so, what's the word I want to say?
Good.
It's very well packaged and concise about what it wants to be. That's what I want to say.
I know there's the derisive opinion amongst our own Discord channel that this kind of sucks and rank it real low. You know what? I'm sorry to my own audience. Fuck you guys. This is a good show.
I think the commentary I saw briefly was that the ending feels a bit rushed, which, fair. I can completely understand your perspective on that. Can kind of even agree. Still a good ending.
Yeah, I don't care. It's good. It was a good episode.
I have my bias. Like, I would have wanted to see more tragedy and stuff. But, it's fine if we have a happy ending. It's perfectly okay.
Yeah, just because every Gundam up until now has been filled with tragedy, doesn't mean It has to be that way. Look, I understand that also the point of Gundam is that war is terrible, right? And you need to see the bad side of war. But maybe you could also show sometimes that you can reach a resolution that doesn't involve all these people dead and everything.
I think I
there
mentioned
is
it
hope
before.
at the end.
That one of the strengths of Gundam as a franchise is that it has like its core universe where they're just doing their thing and keeping that like very on track, and then side series where they can just basically just do whatever they want, and this is one of them. This is not a perfectly ordinary Gundam series about the specific tragedies of war. This is about like two people just like having a nice relationship with each other.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if there was another story set in the Ad Stella universe. Or a movie or an OVA. Something. Just give me something while I'm still willing to spend money on your product.
You got at least one comic going on right now. We can keep reading that at least.
And the novels.
And the novels, yeah. Hopefully there's some more stuff there. But yeah, I feel like they did like a whole lot of background work for this. Like there's a lot of stuff that exists. I definitely would want to see more. Like I would totally watch an OVA for this. It would probably have to have absolutely nothing to do with the series we just watched, though. You can't follow it up. You literally can't. You can't make a sequel to this, otherwise it just loses its value.
Oh, you can. Despite the fact that they ended off with "this is the end of the story," they literally included shit at the very end to make another story. Like they're showing the old Benneret to CEOs. Like they're up for the trial or whatever, and they say, "Oh, but they gave all of their money to all these other things," and they literally said, "Yeah, but that'll just find its way right back into the hands of other people that are gonna do bad with it." And it's like, boom, there you go. That's
this is where I could make a pointed critique and say it's like, yeah, that's like it's still a capitalist society or something, but no, I don't need that for this show.
Yeah, season 3. What's Roleplay up to?
Oh gosh, yeah, now it's the Earth Corporation's turns to be evil. Sal is still out there. They still have the space laser.
Well, the thing is that
the
space laser serves as energy transmission system when it's not being used as the Death Star.
Right, so, it could still show up again. It's still kind of pointed at Earth, yeah, so...
Well, it's pointed at Earth because it's supplying Earth with power.
Right.
Or the Lagrange points. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, something, basically. I'm not sure there's much more to go over here. Gosh, it's just the drama, and the drama was great.
I guess before then we wrap up, I will share the images with you that I forgot to do at the very beginning.
Alright, a couple more images. Let's go.
So yeah, this guy from the prequel.
Oh, yeah, that's him.
From the past?
What was he doing there in the past?
Don't quite remember. I think that's the Ox-Earth symbol, though.
Okay, that's fair. He's involved in it and knows. That makes sense.
The face types kind of match up, which is the most you can ask for. And if he had a relationship to Ox-Earth, that gives him motive to do shit.
Right. Okay. Like that's just like our final wrap-up, our final, like, connect the past to the future thing.
Well, you know that we're planning to come back to do a character ranking and an episode ranking, so we have more time to gather our thoughts and, come back with any comment response shit too. So, this isn't going to be our final touch to the series. It's just our final moments here with the actual episode that we're in.
That's right, everybody. So if you still got comments, be sure to put them down there and let us see them, and we'll be sure to sign off with them at the very end. So I think for now, with that on the table, future episodes and season insights, let's go ahead and wrap it up for today. This has been Stoneface Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin. That's Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?